This is an overview of the JP1 extenders. Extenders are an advanced topic of the JP1 community. In this video, I assume you already are a JP1 user. The JP1 community can be found at www.hi-fi-remote.com/forums. So what is an extender? An extender is a special JP1 program that you install in your remote. It gives you more features so you can create a better remote experience for your end users. Here we are at the JP1 forum. Extenders have their own subforum. Extenders have their own subforum. This is where you can find out more about extenders and ask your questions. Make sure to read the stickies before you get started. Also, you might find some information in the wiki. But we're going to go to the file section where extenders have their own subsection, and we're going to find the remote that we are going to extend. This is the 7800. Extenders are remote specific. Pick the one that is for your exact model or the model that shares the same signature. If there are more than one extenders, pick the extender with the latest date unless you are instructed to do otherwise by the forum. I'm going to open this up with WinZip. Okay. We are in luck. This has a hex file. I know that if it has a hex file, we can merge it over an existing file. There's also an RDF, and that will have to be moved into our RDF section unless there's already a newer version there. But this is the most important file in the extender. It's your README file. You need to read the README file. Every extender is different. No matter how many extenders you've done before, you need to read the README. Since this is a file that can be used with xtinstall, I'll need to get that if I'm using IR. RMIR, Remote Masters IR, already has this function built in, but we're going to need a separate program. So we go to the Tools, Programs, and we're going to pick xtinstall. The latest one is xtinstall version 2.1. Today's date is October 1, 2013. There might be something later after this. And if you are using a Windows XP or older, you may also need to download the support libraries from this link. Well, I'm back. I have an IR open here with an unextended one for all URC 7800. I'm going to install the extender. When I install the extender, I might lose the device button, so I want to make sure I know what they are. The other options are probably going to change, and if there is learning space, it will be used to increase the key move and macro space. So I have 218 here. It's going to be more because I had learned. If I had any learns, I need to convert them to key moves or upgrade before proceeding. Okay, I heard that. You're wondering what will happen if you need to learn signals from a new piece of equipment in the future. You can deactivate and remove the extender following the instructions you found in the README. Again, it's different for every extender. read the README. Let's just see what I have here. I have one key move. I have one macro. Of course, the special protocols, there are none in this, and I have one device upgrade. My signal, or my signature, is C7L0, C7L0. This is going to change. I've been warned because I read the README. I have dropped xtinstall into a folder, and I told IR where it was with this instruction here. Again, you don't need to do that if you're using RMIR. Let's install the extender and have a look-see. There's the hex I got from my zip file. I'm going to call it new file. And look, it preserved these. Look at all the new functions I have here. Look how much macro space I have. Keep moving macro space. Let's look at our macros tab. See that? These are courtesy macros installed by the extender. The device keys no longer do anything, so you have to define a macro to make them do something. This extender allows for very flexible device assignment. For instance, you can set channel and menu buttons to control the cable box, while the rest of the buttons control the TV. This is very flexible, and you can change the punch through to any combination you wish. An extender also provides temporary device assignments while in a macro. This allows you to run a macro and not alter any of your current control settings. This extender allows you to call one macro from another. Macros can even be nested. Of course, you need to use care because you can end up with an infinite loop. Macros also run faster. Faster macros mean they're more reliable macros. The longer a macro runs, the more likely someone is going to walk between the remote and the TV. Our key move is still there. One other thing that this extender does is it gives you an extra place to stash your key moves or macro via the X shift, so you've got extra keys. Let's move on to the special protocols and see what's new there. You see the DSM, device specific macro. That's where a macro only runs in one device mode. You see the LKP. This is where the long key press is. Do this set of instruction on a long short press, this if it's a long press. We have the double key press, DKP. This is what happens on a single. This is what happens on a double. We have the multiplex. This is where you can change the device settings in a key press very quickly. We have the pause. This is the only special protocol that is available in unextended remotes. And we have the toad tog. The toad tog is kind of an if-else statement. You can set flags and then have the button do one thing if it's on, another thing if it's off. You can have it 8 flags, and you can toggle test only, force on or force off those flags in this toad tog. And as promised, the signature has changed. So the remote's going to squawk when we try to upload this. So there you have it in a nutshell. An extender is a special JP1 program that you install on your remote. It gives you more features so you can create better remote experience for your end users.